Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to Unfiltered Desire, smashing sex stigmas with Tobi and Dina. But it clearly is just Tobi today. But as we all have promised you, an episode on edging and squirting and unlocking the deepest portals of female pleasure. Well, I couldn't allow that to wait any longer. So let's kick off this episode, because what if the pleasure that you've experienced so far was just the beginning? Yeah. Well, this will be a pulse activating episode, even if it's just me out here delivering it to you. Yes, because I'm going to pull back the sheets on two of the most misunderstood and mind-blowing experiences in female sexuality. Yes, I am. Because what's edging? Well, it's the conscious buildup of pleasure, learning to dance on the edge of climax, of heightened sensitivity, surrender, and full body orgasm. And what's squirting? The sacred release, the emotional and energetic eruption that occurs when a woman feels safe, seen, and fully surrendered. Yes. So, what are some of the topics today that I'm going to discuss out here with y'all? Well, the art and science of edging. Yes. How to prolong arousal and experience extended orgasmic waves. Yes. The truth about female ejaculation, what it is and isn't, and how to awaken it. Yes. How shame, pressure, and performance anxiety block the deeper level of pleasure. Yes. Creating the safety required for a woman to fully let go, emotionally, physically, and energetically. Why squirting is not a party trick. It's a sacred form of somatic release and sexual empowerment. Tips, breath work, and energetic tools to deepen your connection and amplify your capacity for surrender. And why edging and emotional presence equals full body liberation. So what I would have loved that Dina, being the SSA coach, would have been here today. Unfortunately, I don't know why she's not here, but that doesn't stop me delivering some facts for you all today on this podcast episode. Yeah, so let me get right into it. Yeah. So let's get into the art and science of edging. How to prolong arousal and experience extended orgasmic waves. Yes. Because guess what? We have a creative pleasure center for just that. And if we weren't meant to experience these things, well, our bodies wouldn't be able to do it. Clearly. All right. So, what is real edging? What is it? Edging, it's the practice of bringing yourself or your partner close to orgasm, but then pulling back just before the point of climax. It's a technique that builds sexual energy. Yes. It heightens your sensitivity and it trains the body, yes, to experience a deeper, long-lasting orgasm, sometimes even multiple or full body orgasms. And scientifically, edging, it increases dopamine, endorphin buildup, creating a more intensive orgasmic release. Emotionally, it encourages presence, breath work, and intimacy, rather than just goal-focused performance. And a lot of thing that hinders a woman to let go completely is the fact that she believes she has to perform instead of just being present. Okay? And edging literally is a technique, and it teaches you to savor, not chase. Okay? It turns a climax into a conscious crescendo. It's not just a release, but it's a revelation. Yeah. Big time. And, a a lot of people are just chasing the release. Yeah. Without being present, without being fully in the experience and enhancing the experience through edging. So I'm going to get into the second point, the truth about female ejaculation. Okay? What it is and what it isn't, and how to awaken it within. So, female ejaculation is an expulsive, it's an expulsion, okay, of fluid from the Skene's glands. All right? So that is the female's prostate gland. Yes. So during high arousal or orgasm, so that's squirting. So we're going to get into the squirting factor because a lot of men love to witness it, but don't know how to bring it forth. All right. So let's get into it. So during this high arousal or orgasm, it's not pee, though it can feel similar, though it can appear to be that, it is not that because it comes from the Skene's gland. So this is a female's prostate gland. All right. So there's a real biology to the squirting. Okay. And you really have to be present and aware without shame to really fully release and let go. Yes, very much so. Because it's not dirty, shameful, or something to fear. Not at all. It often occurs when deep internal pleasure is combined with emotional safety, trust, and surrender. You see, it all intertwines, okay? And many women can experience it, but few are taught that it's possible, let alone sacred. Why? Because squirting's not a show. It's the body actually saying, I feel safe enough to let go completely. Okay? Now, shame, pressure, and performance anxiety. Now, performance anxiety is what? That cripples somebody's capacity to be fully present and engaging in the sexual experience. So, shame. Well, listen, let's get into the topic, the point of discussion of how shame, pressure, and pleasure and performance anxiety block your deeper level of pleasure. Okay? And why is this? Well, because when a woman is stuck in her head, in her thoughts, she cannot drop into her body. All right? It's internalized shame, religious, cultural, or even personal. Shame blocks your capacity to deepen your level of pleasure. Yes, it does. So it creates tension in the pelvic floor and in your nervous system. Yes, making it hard to feel or even to release. Yes. And we've all experienced that. Ladies, how many times have your thoughts blocked you from letting go completely? How many times have you not achieved orgasm because of what you were thinking? Or what you felt about the experience? Was your body energetically rejecting that person? Because that happens too. And this is why it's so important to have energetic connection with somebody, to be able to transfer energies properly, without shame, without guilt, both rooted in the security and safety of self, very much. Because if not, the tension, the shame, the pressure, the performance anxiety actually block a woman from feeling pleasure. Why? Because of the tension that it creates in the pelvic floor. Yes, and in the nervous system. Okay? So the pressure to perform, what does that mean? Well, trying to please your partner instead of being present. What does that mean? Well, it's the pressure to perform, to be loud enough, wet enough, or orgasm fast enough shuts down your natural arousal cycles. Literally. So you can't climax when you're clenching. No, you can't. Not at all. So stop clenching onto your shame. Stop clenching onto your guilt. Stop clenching onto your thoughts. Stop clenching onto these beliefs of performance. It's time to be present. Yes. Okay. Stop shutting off your own natural arousal cycles. Yes. And you can do that very easily by letting it all go. Yes. You can't climax when you're clenching onto shame. Real pleasure requires presence, not performance. And everybody is so, performance, performance, performance. No, it's presence. It's all about the presence and the connectivity. Okay? Literally. So as time is flowing, well, so am I. I'm going to jump to the next point of discussion. Creating the safety required for a woman to fully let go. Now, emotionally, physically, and energetically, full surrender requires full safety. It's not just physical, but emotional and energetic. So this means no rushing, no pressure, and no goal. Just presence, connectivity, feeling the presence of both energetic powers and merging them on purpose. You see, with intention, just being present. Yes. Women need to feel seen, not judged. That their emotions, their sounds, their fluids, and expressions are welcome. Okay? Building trust through communication slowness and sacred space is very essential for safety. Yes. Eye contact, your tone of voice, and the aftercare also matter more than people realize. Why? Because the womb remembers. And that's the big thing. And I have something pop up on my screen. I had to shut that down. But the womb, your womb remembers. It remembers everything. The womb remembers, yes. And even sometimes emotional tears release with physical release. Yes. So there's stories of women crying, not understanding why. Even men after a full body orgasm have been known to cry. Yeah. Because it is a soulful release. And the truest soulful reaction is dropping tears. That's the only soulful reaction to be had. Yes, when we really, truly feel something. So safety isn't silence. No, it's the space where a woman can make noise, take space, and still be held and comforted. And she's safe. She's safe. So safety is key because we all need safety in self to even explore anything in creative sexual pleasure. Yes, if you're not rooted in safe in self, well, you cannot get off. You see, what people fail to realize, and I'm being channeled to bring this out, is that women can have the same reaction in their body as erectile dysfunction in men. Yes, tightening of the pelvic floor, no pleasure, the refusal of penetration. Your body will not allow penetration. You will tighten up, it will hurt. Yes, it will. Our bodies have real reactions. Well, safety and security for any sexual pleasure is a must, no matter what you're engaging in. But when it comes to edging and squirting, there is a real scientific enhancement and benefit of dopamine for each of them. Okay? So it's a real thing, because let me jump into the next point. Why squirting is not a party trick. It's a sacred form of somatic release. Okay? Yes. And sexual empowerment. Very much so. The body often stores emotional memories in the pelvic bowl. Yes, it does. So squirting can be an emotional release. It's not just a physical one. Not at all. So for some women, squirting feels like a rebirth, or even an orgasm. It feels like a rebirth. Yes, it does. Very much so. And that's why when women don't get off, when they're having sex, it just builds their hysteria. Yes, it does. They get hysterical. I know. It's happened to me before. Yeah. Where I got up going, yo, what the fuck? Okay? You can't give it that attempt to bring me there? Like, what the? Okay? Like, it's frustrating when you're trying and you're not attaining it. Okay? And for women, it builds stress, it builds anxiety, it builds tension. You need to release it all. So, but in order to be present and safe and pleasured by your creation of whatever sexual experience you're having, it's real to be present and for the safety and security of both beings. Big time. You know, and this rebirth, it really does. It feels like something's being shed from within. Every time a woman has an orgasm. Oh, yeah. Big time. And when honored, it's a powerful form of somatic healing. You see, this is why I come out and I talk about it. It's, and that's why I had wanted to do the podcast with Dina. Fortunately, I don't know where she is today or what's going on, but I'm here to deliver you all what information you need to heal and to get the most out of whatever it is that you're living. And sex is one of the most natural things on the planet. Well, it's time to have proper sex and pleasurable sex and powerful sex. Why do I say that? Because you're using your creative power and your life force. So if you're having sex without intention, you're just throwing your life force out no matter what, with no real goal. No real, you're throwing your seeds to the air. It's something to think about, because when it's honored, it's a powerful form of somatic healing, trauma release, and spiritual connection. Yeah, big time. Sacred squirting versus performative porn scripting. Okay? There's sacred squirting, and then there's what it's made to be look like and what it appears to be in porn. Porn does not show you presence, connectivity, energetic exchange. No. But when it's done intentionally for somatic healing, listen, it is really spiritual connectivity to thyself and to the higher power and to the powerful force of creation for both beings more than anybody realizes. And it's not about performance, because performance half the time won't get you there because you're thinking. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast, when you are thinking, you cannot drop into your body and feel. No. So There are real stories of women crying, laughing, or trembling after release, okay? It's the alchemy of holding space for what wants to move through you. And you need safety for that and connectivity and the right partner for that. That's not just an anybody thing. No. You know, a woman's release isn't just wet, it's wise. It's her soul unclenching. Yes. So let's get into the tips, breath work, and energetic tools to deepen connection and amplify your capacity to surrender. Conscious breathing connects the body to the sensation, right? Yes. So exhale through the release, inhale through the build. Yeah. Grounding touch, heart openers, and sacral massage even help. Yes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Help activate emotional safety and pelvic openness. Yes, very much so. And that's why a woman needs foreplay. And I don't mean foreplay just in the room. I mean foreplay in life. When you are making love to a woman, it is not just in the bedroom. Not at all. It's everything that you think, say, and do towards her. You are either loving her in all facets or you're not. And I'll say that proudly. You know, grounding touch and heart openers. What are heart openers? Things that make your heart go, yes. Okay? Very much so. Sacral massage. It helps activate emotional safety and pelvic openness in your own being. There's actual responses to this. Okay? You can use sound, slowness, and energetic presence to really tune in. Yes, because it's not just to her body, it's to her energetic field. Okay? So, how partners can co-create breath and nervous systems responses because you merge as one. You breathe at one, as one. Your heartbeats beat together. Okay? There are so many things about being present energetically and being in tune. No distractions. Not at all. And you want to be bringing that kind of energy that stays with your partner, not that you're taking from your partner. Okay? Literally. And if you're both on that same delivering, well, then you're filling each other's cup. You see? This is why it's so important to be energetically on the same wavelength as anybody that you're lying down with, because if not, it can cause real disaster for your body. And I'm not just talking about the pH levels and all of the distortions within that happen hormonally, emotionally, biologically when you are laying down with somebody who cannot be present and connected within their own energy or to yours. You see, energy either magnetizes, pulls people in, or it repels. Okay? Either or. So you have to trust what you're feeling first. Very much so. And you have to be connected to your own being. And in order to feel the connectedness to another, very much so. So, and there's a learning also to be with somebody, okay? And not on them. You see, a lot of people in sex, they believe it's about being on somebody and getting out of it what they want. But actually, you know, with very conscious edging and squirting and implementing all of these type of things, well, you have to learn to breathe through the intensity together, to not escape it together. You do this together. It's not one-sided. It's connectivity. It's merging power. Okay? Literally. So she doesn't need you to make her come. No, she needs you to meet her there. Yes. Both of you being powerfully present. So as the time is running, why edging and emotional presence equal full body liberation? Well, it's because when the mind lets go and the body feels held and seen and nurtured and validated, the nervous system literally can release deep waves of orgasm through the entire body. This isn't about just the climax. It's about transcendence. Yes, it's when sex becomes a ceremony. Yes, very much. It's when the bedroom becomes a temple. Very much so. And, you know, there is an energetic blueprint of full body orgasm. Okay? And emotional openness unlocks physical pleasure. Yes. Surrender as a practice of sovereignty. Okay? But not submission. That is very different. Yes. So orgasm isn't the end goal. No. Liberation is. And what happens at the edge, where surrender meets safety, okay, is where sensation meets the soul. You see? And it's very, very dynamic, but it's very true. All right? Very much so. You know, there is so much to learn about enhancing your own pleasure. And yes, edging is a great way to do it. Squirting is a great way to do it. Yes, not all women know how to make it possible. Well, presence and safety are the first things that you must install. Very much so. You have to get rid of the shame, because while you're in your head thinking about how you must perform, thinking about how it must look, thinking about how it must be, you are totally clenching up your pelvic floor, totally dismantling your capacity to even have an orgasm or reach a sensation of climax. Yes, very much so. Well, guys, I really hope that you got some information. No, I'm not going to say hope. I trust that I've opened your mind up a little more to what is possible for you all to explore. Literally. But a woman needs to be seen, validated, and safe to have an orgasm. So a special shout out to all the guys out there. If you don't make your woman feel safe and seen, well, you definitely can't make her come. Simple. So, guys, heighten the safety and security and see your women for who they are. And that will heighten your pleasure as well. And connectivity. And holistically healing for both parties. Literally. But let go of the shame and the pressure and the idea of performance. And be more present. Yes. Anyway, guys, I love you all. I'm grateful that you tuned in. I'm grateful that I've been able to deliver this information to you all again. Not sure what happened to Dina. I send her love and healing, no matter what the situation is. But without warning, I still deliver. Yes. And I love you all. And if you have any questions, please put them in the chat, because the comments will be answered. And any questions will be answered. And if you guys need the support one-on-one, you reach out. Simple. What do you need help with? Whether you're a man or a woman, doesn't matter. I do things raw and real because I'm safe and secure to be me. I can talk about anything. There's no topic of discussion that is too fearful, too shameful, too guilty, too nothing for me. And this is how I do to set the whole world free of fear, shame, guilt, blame, denial, and lack of highest potential. I show up in my highest potential, no matter the day, no matter the time, no matter the podcast, no matter the summit, no matter the what. I love you all. This is why I do. Have a great day and catch us next week, Thursday at noon. Love you all. Peace.